Hey, HannahMouse1 here. In this video, I'll be showing you how I designed and painted this Zelda-inspired custom Nintendo Switch 2 case as a gift for my friend. I made this as a Christmas present, but this video is coming out on the same week as my friend's birthday, so happy birthday, Xander. And also, if my voice sounds really croaky, it's because I have a pretty bad cough right now. The first step was to do a gesso base coat. Gesso is a white acrylic paint primer, meaning it helps any further coats of paint stick and helps reduce peeling or scratching. It's also white, meaning it'll be a lot easier to build up the bright colours that I want on top of this rather than if I was painting directly onto the black case. Next, I sketched out my design. It's based on Breath of the Wild with the 4 champions using their powers, Zelda and Link embracing in the centre, and a version of the logo in the background. But now to start adding some colour. Starting with the background. The background is very much so inspired by Calamity Ganon's colours, lots of reds and purples, and I almost wanted it to look as though the world behind them is on fire, as though the champions are standing defiantly against the calamity. I then started to do the base run on some of the magic elements like Urbosa's lightning or Daruk's shield, as these needed to have a glow against the background. Similarly, I did a background part of the Breath of the Wild logo that sits above Link and Zelda. This consists of a blue swirl design as well as the Master Sword. Next, I began to add colour to the characters. You might notice me jumping between the different characters a lot. That's mostly because a lot of the characters share colours in their designs. So painting the sandy yellow of Urbosa's skin alongside Daruk's sandy rocky surface, or doing Urbosa's pink hair at the same time as Mipha's pink skin, just made a lot of sense. I added more details to the logo, including the lettering, and if you're thinking that's not how you spell Zelda, yes, I know. My friend's name is Xander, and because Xander and Zelda sound fairly similar, I thought that writing the legend of Xander would be a nice personal touch. I then went over all of the characters and added details to their outfits and such, so belts, buckles, some base parts of jewellery, that sort of thing. And for some of the detail work, I used metallic paints to just add a nice shimmery, shiny pop. For example, Urbosa wears shiny golden jewellery, Mipha silver, and the sword blades have a metallic blue, etc. The characters still weren't standing out enough from the background for me, so I went around each one with a nice bold black outline, which also gives them a bit more of a cartoony vibe, which I quite like. And then I went in and polished off all of the detail work now that the layers under this had dried. I did a matte varnish over everything, which I hoped would help preserve the paintwork, especially if my friend is actually going to be using this case and taking it around. It needed to make sure that everything was nice and secure and wouldn't scratch off very easily. And I also painted over the little plastic parts of the zip loop things, one in the royal family's signature blue and one in Ganon's pinkish red. It's actually fairly similar to the colours they were before, but because these had got pretty messed up during the painting process, it was important that I went over them, and it also made sure that the colours nice and cohesive with the rest of the design. And to give the characters that final bit of pop, I went over them with a nice gloss varnish just to set them apart from the matte background. But with that, we are done. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe if you did. It lets me know that this is something you want to see more of. Join the Discord link down below, and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye!